Before there were people in this world, before rivers found their paths, and before stars had names, there lived powerful beings known as the animal people. They walked upright, spoke with wisdom, and carried the spirits of all creatures that would one day roam the earth. Among them was Coyote, clever, daring, sometimes foolish, but always brave. He wandered to what would one day become a land of Nez Perce, watching, learning, waiting for his time to make the world right. The land was full of life once, buzzed with the laughter of the animal people, the songs of the rivers, and the whisper of the forests. But then silence came. The earth trembled, the sky dimmed, and the laughter vanished. A monster had come, so huge that its shadow swallowed entire mountains. Its mouth stretched wide enough to swallow valleys whole. Wherever it moved, trees snapped like twigs, and the ground shook beneath its weight. It devoured everything it found: elk, deer, salmon, even the bravest of the animal people. Villages disappeared into its belly, and the land grew empty and cold. Coyote looked around at the quiet world and felt sorrow rise in his chest. If this goes on, he said to the wind, there will be no one left to tell the stories. He thought long and hard. He was small, and the monster was vast. But then a sly smile spread across his face. The monster may be strong, he murmured, but pride makes fools of even the mighty. He climbed to the top of a high mountain, where clouds brushed against his fur, and shouted into the air, "Monster, I hear you think you are the greatest in all the world, but you have not eaten me, and until you do, you cannot claim that title." His voice rolled through the valleys and across the plains. The monster stopped, its huge head turning toward the sound. It laughed, a sound like thunder rolling across stone. "You? A speck of fur and bone," it growled. "I could swallow you in one breath." Coyote tilted his head and grinned. "Then do it," he said, "if you can." The monster opened its mouth wide, wider than the sky itself. And before it could even take a full breath, Coyote leapt forward, shouting, "Now I will see what lies inside the belly of a god." The monster inhaled sharply, and in a rush of wind and darkness, Coyote was gone. Inside the monster, it was dark and hot. The air was thick like smoke, and the ground beneath him pulsed as if alive. He took a cautious step forward, his paws sinking into the soft, wet flesh. All around him came the sound of voices, faint, trembling, but familiar. "Who's there?" he called. "It is Coyote," someone answered weakly. "You are late. We have been waiting for someone brave enough to come." Coyote looked around and saw faces: wolf, elk, beaver, salmon, all alive but trapped. "Then stop weeping," he said firmly. "I am here now, and I do not plan to stay." From his pouch, he pulled out a small piece of flint that gleamed faintly even in the gloom. Each time he struck it, sparks lit the darkness, and for a moment the trapped one saw light again. "Follow me," Coyote whispered. "We are getting out." He began to walk, feeling the walls around him tremble with every breath the monster took. Deep within, he could hear the heavy thump of his heart. Boom, boom, boom. He smiled. "If I can stop that heart, I can free us all." The monster's voice rumbled through its body, shaking Coyote where he stood. "Coyote," it said, "why do you fight? Inside me, you will never starve. You will never die. You could live forever in my darkness." Coyote laughed. "I'd rather starve in freedom than feast in your belly." He crept closer, his knife ready. The heart glowed red like molten rock. He raised a flint blade high and plunged it down. Once, the monster screamed. Twice, the ground shook, rivers cracked open, and mountains trembled. A third time, and the monster's cry tore through the heavens. Its heart split in two, and all at once the world fell silent. When Coyote opened his eyes, the monster lay still. He called out, "Brothers and sisters, the monster is dead. Cut your way out and be free." The trapped ones cheered. With claws, hooves, and horns, they tore open flesh. Light burst in sunlight, brilliant and warm, flooding the dark belly. One by one, they crawled out into the open world, gasping at the air, blinking at the sky. Coyote stepped out last. He stood upon the monster's vast body, its shape stretching across the land like a mountain range. He looked at it and said quietly, "You will not be forgotten. From your body, new life will rise." He took his knife again and began to carve. Where he cut deep, rivers formed, running red with the monster's blood. One of them became the Great Columbia River. From its bones he made mountains, the Blue Mountains, the Seven Devils, the Bitter Roots. From its hair he made forests. From its breath, he made the wind that never stops moving. When he was done, he turned to the animal people. "Go," he said, "fill the land. Let no monster ever swallow it again. Go north, south, east, and west, make homes, make stories, make life." And so they did. Wolf took the high mountains, salmon returned to rivers, Eagle soared above the peaks, and beaver built the waterways. The land came alive once more. When they were gone, Coyote stood alone beside the body of the monster. He looked at the world, green, vast, full of sound once more, and he smiled. "It is good," he said softly, "but it is not yet complete." He took a small piece of monster's flesh and held it in his hand. "From this," he said, "shall come new beings, ones who will walk upright, who will learn, who will remember." He blew on it, and wind carried the flesh across the earth. Wherever it landed, people began to appear, the first humans. Among them were the ancestors of the Nez Perce. Coyote spoke to them, his voice echoing across valleys. "You are born from both courage and sacrifice. Remember this land. It was made from struggle and from love. Remember the monster that gave its body to make your world. Remember that cleverness can defeat strength, and that even the smallest voice can save the world." As the sun set, Coyote lay down upon a hill and looked up at the stars. The land was alive again, rivers running, wind whispering through pine, wolves singing under the moon. But he closed his eyes and smiled. The world was ready for humans now. And the Nez Perce say that even today, when you walk through their valleys, you can see the shape of the monster in the ridges and hills. When the night comes and you hear the coyote's cry echo through mountains, it is his laughter, the laughter of one who tricked the monster, freed the world, and shaped the land you walk upon.